Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beyond Game Time. I'm Cooper Kelsey.
And I'm Kane Van Bagen.
This week we got a conference championship preview plus a little bit of December mailbag for you. Got a couple questions from that. Let's dive right into it.
Absolutely. Roll that intro, Coop.
All right. Power 4 conference championship games. Because this time of release, that's just what we can go through here.
Yep.
What do you want to start off with, Caden? Let's dive right into the ACC, yeah?
Yeah, we'll go ACC. We'll start with like the slowest one, and then we'll go. I don't know. Like the ACC championship right now is Duke versus Virginia, and it just annoys me that this is a Power 4 conference, and that Miami's not even a part of it because they're not good enough in the ACC part standings wise. You know what I mean? So Virginia is a 2.5 point favorite over
7-5 Duke.
Yeah. Virginia wins, they're in with a
auto bid.
Duke wins, then it's two group of 6 or group of 5 teams.
If Duke wins, it's the highest rated conference champion.
So it would probably be like
JMU
and North Texas. Or like, dude, I saw something where Kennesaw State can get a bid because
that's crazy.
Because they're 8-5. So I think Troy would get over them if Troy beats JMU. It's just confusing, but
it's the highest ranked conference champions. James Madison is not losing to Troy.
Yeah, it'll most likely.
Oh, I forgot about Tulane. So
it's Tulane versus North Texas.
The winner of that game is in.
Yes,
I'm confident in saying that.
Yes, absolutely. Winner of that game is in. One thing I do like about this Duke offense is they're a very pass heavy offense. Darian Mensah, transfer from Tulane, is over there right now, and he's playing phenomenal right now at Duke. He's got 3,500 passing yards off 28 touchdowns, only 4 picks. He's doing really, really good this year. It's just Virginia's just too high-powered for them. They played against Virginia earlier this season, like September, November. They lost 34-17. So I think Virginia's just a high-powered defense is going to be able to stop this air raid offense from Duke. I think Virginia comes out and wins this game.
I like that, Caden. For you sports bettors out there, according to DraftKings, it's a 4-point spread. It opened at 2.5. It's now up to 4. Over/under is 57.5, and it is a Virginia money line of -180. I would hammer.
Take the spread.
Take the spread.
Take the points. I think Virginia wins this game like
by a touchdown.
By a touch, or even 10 points. I think it's going to be I'll say Virginia wins 31-20. Virginia wins 31-20.
I'll say Virginia will take that win, but for the sake of college football, I want Duke to win this game.
Absolutely. Like, an unbiased viewpoint, I see Virginia winning, but for the sake of a college football fan, I want Duke to win so there's just chaos.
Just because it would be chaos. It would be funny.
We're going to move into probably the biggest championship of this week. It's going to be the Big Ten championship.
No.
You don't think it's the biggest one?
No. SEC.
You think SEC is the biggest?
Because SEC is playing for a bye.
That's true.
Well, not really. Not really.
If Georgia loses, I don't think
if Georgia loses, you'll have 3 Big Ten teams with a bye.
Yeah. Which I don't want to happen as a
I don't either.
But
that's another story.
Yeah, so talking about the Big Ten championship, this is the first 1-2 since I think it was 2008.
It was
Urban
Bama,
Meyer,
Georgia.
Bama,
Florida.
Florida with Urban Meyer
Tebow.
and Tebow.
Yeah.
So 07, 08,
07 or 08,
somewhere around there. And one thing I just know about like this team is Indiana has a good run game, super good run game, super good pass game, and they rely heavily on an RPO scheme offense. You guys don't know what RPO is run pass option. So Fernando Mendoza snaps the football. He'll go for the run first, and then if he sees something open on the pass, he'll zip the pass super quickly, right? So they rely heavily on this run pass offense, and I think Matt Patricia and this Ohio State defense are going to be able to dial it up and stop this. I think Ohio State is really, really favored in this game right now. The open was 5.5 spread in favor of Ohio State. Ohio State right now is a -4 favorite.
I think something that was proven to me this last weekend over rivalry weekend is Ohio State is resilient. Yes, Julian Stadium throws a pick within the first 3 plays of the game, but then they ran the hell out of Michigan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, they dominated the trenches, and Indiana is the favorite in this game according to ESPN Matchup Predictor by 0.6%.
Yeah.
And then, but I still think that Ohio State is the best team in college football right now. But regardless of who wins this game, if you are the 1 seed, you are set up for the worst because they did not apply the reseed model yet, which sucks.
Yeah.
I think it should be that way. But it has not been applied. However, they changed it to where the top 4 highest ranked teams get a bye. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
But I think that Julian Sayin, by the way, set the all-time completion percentage, surpassing our guy Bo Nix as he's a sophomore.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. I think he's like 80%, 83%.
It's 78. Finished the regular season.
It dropped down to 78, which is still astonishingly
which is wild. Good. But he's got 3,000 yards of the season. I think they dice him up. Jeremiah Smith goes off for a legacy game, and Ohio State wins by 3.
You think only 3 points?
I think Indiana covers, but I think they win by 3.
Okay. Yeah, I do think Ohio State will win by a touchdown or 10. One thing that I literally cannot remember his name right now, but there's going to be D'Angelo Pons. He is a junior. He's a corner at Indiana. Him and Jeremiah Smith went to high school together. And D'Angelo Pons will be guarding Jeremiah Smith in this game. So it's going to be a little high school matchup, teammate matchup. So I think it's going to be really fun to watch. But yeah, I do think Julian's Sayin, like you said, very well composed in the game, especially in Ann Arbor and when it's snowing. Throws that pick on the first drive, bad read.
It happens.
And he just comes back and just throws for 250 yards, 300 yards.
Yeah, I took his under 1.5 pass touchdowns because it was going to be snowing, and he threw for 3
or 4. Yeah, he absolutely diced up the field, carved it up like a turkey. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. We just finished Thanksgiving, so I think Ohio State will win this game.
Yeah. Moving into, in my opinion, the biggest game of the weekend because of the implications. Georgia it's Georgia and Alabama for the SEC championship. Georgia's favored by 2.5. The last 11 games have gone to Bama. Or 10 out of the last 11 have gone to Bama. The only one going to Georgia was the national title game in 21 or 22, whichever one it was.
We used to think it was like a Kirby Smart versus Nick Saban thing, but it's a Kirby Smart versus Alabama.
Yes. All this talk about James Franklin can't win the big game. Kirby Smart can't beat Alabama.
Yeah, he can't beat Alabama. And one thing that needs to be said about both these teams is they're having such an up and down season with their offense.
Yes.
Ty Simpson has been absolutely dealing in the beginning of the season. In his last 5 games, he has not had over 100 passing yards in the second half. Last 5 games. He has fallen off in the second half, and what's so good about that for Georgia is they are a second-half team.
Yes.
They play so sloppy in the first half, like we saw against that Georgia Tech game. They were playing so lackadaisically. Their offense was just so stagnant. Gunnar Stockton, Nate Frazier couldn't get anything going, but the second half they just don't die. They're a cat with 9 lives, and they've used up basically almost all their lives.
That's like Alabama. They were up what?
It was 17 to 6 at half. I was rewatching that game today.
And then it was 20-6.
Yep.
And then
no, it was 17-3.
17-3.
Sorry, 17-13. It was 17-6 at half. Auburn drove down the field and scored a touchdown. They get 17-13, and then they kicked a field goal. And then, because I was rewatching that game
Auburn
in class.
tied it.
Yes.
And then Auburn would have. But Alabama is just keeping teams in the game that shouldn't be in the game.
Yeah. So it's
like South Carolina, they kept them in the game. Obviously, they lost to Oklahoma, like that kind of stuff. Whereas Georgia Tech walked over most of the teams outside of Georgia Tech.
Yeah. So just the one thing is like which offense is going to be playing at their up. You know how we've seen those up and downs. Right. Which offense do you think is going to be playing at that up position? You think about that Georgia Ole Miss game. Gunnar Stockton played phenomenal in that game against Ole Miss. He was absolutely carving up that Ole Miss defense. But then you go back to that Georgia Tech game. Yes, it's a rivalry game, so it's going to be different. But he was not playing as well. Same thing with Bama. First half of the season, Ty Simpson's a Heisman favorite. Now he's not Heisman favorite anymore.
Not even close.
Where is Ryan Williams?
I don't know.
Like, Last year, he was
the stud.
the second best receiver in the nation,
Yeah.
behind Jeremiah Smith, obviously. And I've watched the games, and I've seen deep balls to Ryan Williams, and he just drops them. But I still think you need to feed your young stud and give Ryan Williams the ball.
Yeah.
I think it's Jermaine Bernard, number 5 on their team, phenomenal receiver, athlete, if you want to say, like, gets the ball in the backfield, gets the ball deep.
Yep, Jermaine Bernard. He's got 700 on the year.
He's playing phenomenal. It's just which quarterback's going to play better, Ty Simpson, or is it going to be Gunnar Stockton? I do think Georgia will win this game. I think it's going to be like a 3-point game. I think
it'll come down to the last possession.
I think Georgia wins 27-24.
I think Georgia wins 20-17.
2017, yeah.
2017.
Speaking of,
and Alabama, all of Alabama's points come in the first half.
Really?
Yes. It'll be 17-10 at half.
Okay. Speaking of the Big Ten championship game, it's actually a Heisman matchup, which I hate to hear because
it's not a Heisman matchup.
I think Jeremiah Love should win the Heisman. Am I crazy?
Jeremiah
to think
Love.
That?
You're not crazy to think that. Fernando Mendoza should not be in the conversation.
Really?
At this point in time, he should not. If you go look at every other quarterback stat right now that's contending for it, he's last.
I have a question for you. I was listening to Joel Klein. He was saying that the winner of this game would like win the Heisman because they'd have the best quarterback play, right? But let's say hypothetically, Fernando Mendoza outplays Julian Sayin, but Julian Sayin wins the game. Who do you think should win the Heisman?
Jacob Rodriguez.
Do you actually think that? Do you actually think Jacob Rodriguez?
It should not be a quarterback. This is not the year for a quarterback to win the Heisman.
I think it should be Jeremiah Love, if anybody.
It should be Jeremiah Love or Jacob Rodriguez. Jacob Rodriguez has done so much for
I don't even
Texas
think he's
Tech.
the best linebacker in the nation, though. I think Alvar Reese is the best linebacker in the nation. Because I've seen RG3 post about Jacob Rodriguez is the best linebacker. Have you seen Alvar Reese play football? He's the best linebacker in the nation.
No.
He's so good.
Jacob Rodriguez is also like a man of the people, too.
He is.
And he's...
But it's also like based.
yeah.
I think Jeremiah Love should win the Heisman, but that's just what I'm saying. Based on the Indiana game, but yeah, I think the main question for that Georgia Bama game is up and down. Who's going to be on the up? Who's going to be on the incline? And who's going to be on the up?
Yeah. All right. Big 12 championship. BYU, Texas Tech, 11-1, both apiece. BYU only lost to Tech. Tech only lost to Arizona State. BYU wants revenge. Tech is hot. Very hot.
Tech is really hot. And one thing we need to know about their last matchup is,
my God,
it was 29-7. Tech beat BYU 29-7. Tech had 5 field goals. They settled for 5 field goals. If they don't settle for those field goals, that game is out of hand way quicker. It was 26-0 in the fourth quarter. BYU had scored no points. I think BYU needs to lean into LJ Martin, their running back. If they cannot lean into LJ Martin, they lose this game. LJ Martin had 35 yards off 10 carries in that game against Texas Tech on their first matchup. I think Bear Bachmeier needs to get into the run game with LJ Martin. I think he needs to just take that leadership role. The run game is the key to win this game.
Yeah. Speaking of, I did not realize how big the spread was.
It's really bad. It's 12, isn't it?
It's disrespectful.
It's 12?
It's 12.5.
Yeah.
Like
I think you take the points. I think T-Tech wins by 14.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I think Texas Tech is disgusting now.
I'd hammer the over set at 49.5. I think Texas Tech scores 49 points themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think, and Texas Tech is just so hot. In their last 5, they've scored under 30 once. 49-0, 48-9, 29-7, 43-20, 42-0. Like, that's outrageous. Like, are we serious right now? So I think Tech hammers this. Baron Morton has played really well since coming back from that injury. He's only got 4 picks. He is just really dealing the ball well. And he's got Caleb Douglas on the outside.
Yeah.
So a deep threat, but he also has options over the middle if he needs. So I think this game solidifies Tech. If Georgia loses, Tech moves up. Oregon moves in. If Georgia wins, Tech stays put.
Yeah,
Oregon stays 5. That's what we want.
Yeah. As an Oregon fan, that's what we want, obviously, because we'll play against as ACC or Group of 6 team. I think Texas Tech wins this game. I think Tech will win this game 42-28.
42-20. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I think they win by 14.
All right. Conference championship weekend post-op. We're going to look at the college football playoff and give a little bit of bracket prediction. As it sits right now, Ohio State, the number 1 overall seed. Then you have Indiana, Georgia, Tech rounding out the byes. Then you got Oregon with a home game, Ole Miss with a home game, A&M with a home game, and Oklahoma with home games. With those matchups, you have Alabama, Notre Dame, conference champ number 4, and conference champ number 5.
Yeah.
What that means is the winner of conference champ, if Virginia wins, they're in. If Virginia loses to Duke. If Virginia loses to Duke, then you have a scenario where 2 Group of 5 teams get in. James Madison and the winner of the AAC.
Which I think could be North Texas.
With in this case, North Texas.
Yep.
So, Virginia gets in. They would play Ole Miss. If that's the case, then North Texas would play Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start with that scenario first.
Yeah, let's do that one. So, I think
5-12.
Oregon
Let's
would.
just run through this.
Oregon would hammer North Texas.
5-12. Oregon advances. Bama, Oklahoma.
This one would be hard for me because it's a matchup. It's a rematch.
It is a rematch.
Where
it's in Norman.
Wasn't it in Norman last time?
No,
it was in Tuscaloosa last time.
It was in
right?
Tuscaloosa,
and Oklahoma still won in Tuscaloosa.
Yes.
I think with that home field advantage, you can't, and the way that Bama's playing right now,
yes.
based off how this also is based off how they play against that Georgia team. If it's a really bad game, they might not be in that spot if they lose, but still, based off how they play against that Georgia team, if they are like just destroyed, I think Oklahoma would win that game in Norman.
Also, Oklahoma has an elite defense.
Yes, really good defense.
Their offense is up and down just as much as Alabama, but their defense is elite.
Yes.
Okay. Ole Miss, Virginia.
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Even without Lane Kiffin being there,
Ole Miss,
I still think Ole Miss.
Yeah. All right, Notre Dame, A&M.
In Kyle Field.
At Kyle Field. It's a rematch of
A&M. I think A&M.
Okay.
They played at the beginning of the season, and what was it? That was back when I wasn't a fan of their defense. I thought the defense was atrocious. The defense has stepped up. Sure, that was a really rough game against Texas. Props to you guys, Texas. You're not going to be in the CFP, but props to you guys for beating A&M and making it all funky. Their defense is playing super well. Their D-line is disgusting. Cassius Howe was one of the best DNs I've ever seen in my life. Oh, my gosh. Watch him play some football. Number 9 on the D-line. Disgusting. And their offense is the best offense in the nation.
You don't think Jeremiah Love runs all over?
No. I will say their run game isn't the best, but I think that they're going to load the box. I think they'll load the box.
All right. I have Notre Dame beating A&M.
You do?
I have Jeremiah Love going ham. Oh, because that defense has been weak.
Yeah.
At times.
Yeah.
All right. So we have Tech, Oregon.
Is this in Lubbock or would it be?
No,
it'd be one of the games, right?
This would be a neutral site.
Last time that we played Texas Tech was 23.
Yes, and we destroyed them.
It was a little slow in the first half.
But
Tyler Shuck was playing good for some reason. I hate Tyler Shuck.
I forgot
because he ruined Oregon and then left to go to Texas Tech, and then went to Louisville and they got drafted.
Yeah.
I think Texas Tech's offense is phenomenal. Defense is good, but I think Oregon just has too much firepower on offense.
Oregon is more well-rounded.
Yes.
There's Texas Tech offense is great. Don't get me wrong.
Baron Morton's phenomenal.
But Oregon's defense is on an elite level. They have a top 20. They're one of 3 teams with a top 20 offense and defense.
Yeah. Oregon, I think we have the top 3 defense in the nation. Yeah. Based off like points allowed.
We have the number 3 overall defense.
Yeah.
We have
in general.
And
I think we're
top
10 in points allowed.
10 in points allowed or something like
14 or something. It might be a little different after some of the games, but yeah. I think Oregon wins against Texas Tech.
Oklahoma, Ohio State.
Ohio
State destroys Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, Georgia.
That's going to be another great rematch. Another phenomenal rematch. Game. It's going to be different because you're going to see Ole Miss have to play against Georgia again without Lane Kiffin. And I don't think it'll tamper with that. I think Trinidad Chambliss is going to play how Trinidad Chambliss plays. Kewan Lacey is going to be phenomenal on the run game, like we saw against Mississippi State. It also just depends, like we've said over and over again, ups and downs. Where would
Ups
Georgia
and
be
downs,
on
yep.
this roller coaster? Will they be at the peak or will they be in the valley? You know what I mean? So I do think Ole Miss could win this game, and I think Ole Miss could beat Georgia.
I pick Ole Miss. I would pick Ole Miss just because of the inconsistency I've seen out of Georgia.
Yeah.
All right.
I got A&M. You got Notre Dame.
I have Notre Dame, A&M, but I think we both have the same answer as to who wins that game. Maybe. For me, if it's Notre Dame, it's Indiana. Indiana wins.
Yeah, I just think I don't know if Indiana could stop that SEC offense from. I think it'll be a freaking Big 12 game where it's like 45-45. You know what I mean?
It could be one of those games.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
But could A&M stop Indiana's run RPO? I think Kurt Signetti is gonna be playing lights out because he's in the CFP,
He's
right?
Gonna have a coaching masterclass.
He's gonna like lock in and play amazing with Fernando Mendoza, Elijah Surratt, Omar Cooper. I think Indiana wins.
I do too. All right.
No.
Hey, just stop. Just stop.
No.
We'll save that game for last. So we have Indiana, Ole Miss. Indiana, Ole Miss.
It's the same thing with. I think it's the same thing with A&M. I think it's the same thing where if can Indiana stop this SEC offense? You know what I mean? With that firepower with Kwan Lacey and Stribling on the outside and Trent Chambliss.
I think also it's going to depend for Indiana on how worn out they get the first time around.
Yeah.
Because either way, at this point in time, if Indiana wins, they'll have to face back-to-back SEC opponents unless Notre Dame beats A&M.
Yeah.
And even then, I think that Indiana still advances past Notre Dame, but you would still I see a reality here where Ole Miss gets to the national championship.
Really?
I think if A&M has to go, if Indiana has to play A&M, Indiana beats A&M but loses to Ole Miss because they're worn out.
Okay.
I say it's because they're worn out. If they have to play Notre Dame, Indiana smothers Notre Dame, and Indiana blows the doors off of Ole Miss.
Okay.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
It's a tough one though.
What do we have? We had Ole Miss beating Georgia, so it's Indiana versus Ole Miss. I also think I'm gonna go with Indiana. I think Indiana wins. I mean, it's just hard picking like the 2 and 1 seed but I think it definitely depends on how Ole Miss is playing based off their confidence levels.
Yes.
It's gonna be so hard to play with your coach abandoning you like that. Don't even get me started on that. I think the whole situation is so stupid.
It's just
so stupid.
It's a mess.
I mean, he's getting a bag, but the way he handled it was very, very bad. I understand that it's not really his fault, but the schedule, but still coaches have dealt with it before.
Yep.
And it's just going to be based off how Ole Miss can play with his confidence levels. But I think Indiana would beat Ole Miss.
Okay. All right. Oregon, Ohio State. This is I've been trying to open my mind up and hear from everyone. Yes, it's visible that Ohio State is the hottest team in the nation. They are not the most well-rounded team in the nation.
Yeah, but I think at that point it doesn't even matter. We saw it literally last year. Our corners were getting stunted on, and we have a true freshman at corner with Brandon Finney. He's going to cover Jeremiah Smith or Cornell Tate.
He was an all Big Ten corner, by the way.
Yeah, I know, but I just hate when we run arm. That's literally what we saw with the man-to-man against Washington. Denzel Boston cooked us for 2 touchdowns.
But here's the thing. Ohio State has played nobody, too.
It's true.
The first test they're going to have is against Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they got to Michigan, and even then,
the Texas game was a little bit of a test at the beginning of the season.
Oregon has been tested. We just went through a hell of a November.
Yeah.
And sorry, guys, I'm going to be a little biased here. Oregon has a more legit shot than people are giving them against Ohio State. Oregon has shown so much resiliency and hard fought. We went into Kinnick in the slush.
Yeah.
Beat them there. We went to Seattle, beat Washington.
Mm-hmm.
We beat a good USC team at home. We beat Minnesota on the road.
Yeah.
No, that one was in.
It was in Autzen.
It was in Autzen. Okay, but still, we are tested, and Oregon if it comes down to that game, it's going to be how well can we throw the ball.
Yeah.
We've ran the ball for over 250 yards a game.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about that. It's how Dante Moore will be composed. He already faced that once this year. The way he played against Penn State. I know that Penn State is 6-6, and it's not the same team, but it is. That it was a much better team when we played them, and that has value to it. He was composed in an environment of 110,000 whiteout. I unbiased, Oregon beats Ohio State by 3. Oregon is ready. Dan Lanning is ready.
Here's my thought process between this. Either Oregon wins by 3, or Ohio State just absolutely destroys us like in the Rose Bowl last year.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Caden McDonald, Orville Reese, Sonny Styles, and Caleb Downs. I think 4 top 10, top 12 draft picks. I think Oregon is going to have trouble running the ball against that box with Caden McDonald, Sonny Styles, and Arvo Reese, who I think Arvo Reese is the best linebacker in the nation. Davis Igbinosun and Caleb Downs in the skies. I just think it's going to be hard for offense to get going against, especially, and then it's not going to help when we have that confidence level trying to play against that phenomenal offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be biased. I'm trying not to be biased.
I get it, and I'm gonna be extremely biased.
Yeah, I'll be the voice of reason of biasy in the podcast for today.
I'm just sick and tired of people saying.
I thought the exact. I think the exact same thing.
Oregon's not going to advance. Yes, they will. They will make it to the semi.
Genuinely, as a college football, as like someone on a podcast, I think we should be above Texas Tech. Yeah. Only because. Yes, Texas Tech is playing good, but they lost to Arizona State. If we're counting losses and wins, we
lost to the number 2 team in the nation.
Exactly.
At home.
But as a Duck fan, as a Duck fan, I'm happy that we're in the 5 spot.
I don't want to take a month off.
No, exactly. And that we don't have a Big Ten championship.
That's another thing is I don't want to take a month off. We saw what happened last time. Regardless, if we do end up in the all in all, if Georgia loses, that screws us.
Really badly.
It screws us really badly. If both Georgia and Texas Tech lose, that really screws us because then we'll have a harder path.
Yeah.
If we, okay, I'm done talking about this, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, national championship.
It'd be Ohio State versus Indy or Oregon versus Indiana.
For you, for me, it would be Oregon, Ole Miss.
Oh right. I think I picked Indiana.
You picked Indiana. All right, for me, Oregon.
That's crazy. Oregon, Ole Miss.
Oregon, Ole Miss would be the wildest college football.
Carter and I would have so much beef. Carter, dude,
the guy that,
yeah. Carter and I'd be beefing, bro. That'd be crazy.
See, because now I'm gonna go full bias mode and just say Oregon wins that game. But this team is, yes, they do not have the same talent. We also will be getting 3 of our top guys back.
Yeah.
That people don't recognize that. Evan Stewart is likely, if we make it to the quarters. He's not going to play first round, but if we make it to the quarters, he will play.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get DeCorian Moore back. We're going to get Gary Bryant back. We will have our weapons back. If it's that way when we play Ohio State, we're going to get I have to think of the relevancy here. If it's that way where we don't have any of those 3 guys, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Because we won't have that off. Kaden Sadiq can't do everything.
No.
But I think national title game, Ohio State, Indiana, let's be for real here.
No, Ole Miss, Indiana. No, wait, Ohio State. Oh, like genuinely.
Ohio State, Indiana. If it comes down to
a 1-2,
a rematch again,
I think it would be depending on who wins on Saturday for the rematch again.
Yeah, that's why we can't pick it all the way. We have to. We're gonna try and put out an episode for you guys next week. It's gonna be tight, but we're gonna try and put one out.
Yeah, we'll try.
And that because Selection Sunday will happen. It happens. Mm-hmm. The Selection Sunday will happen. We will know the established bracket. We will give you more in depth on that.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move into the mailbag. We promised that we do some more mailbag episodes because y'all love these so much. I got my question coming in from Marshall. Marshall, I love you. Hope you're thriving at Oakwood right now, playing basketball over there. Is the Christmas for the NBA for NFL?
Tradition. NBA. Money-wise, NFL has nudged their way in there, but they can't get in the major networks, so they have to go Netflix and Prime.
Yeah, so I actually thought about that because, one, I'm not a fan of the NBA. right? I think NFL is better in my opinion, but we have Thanksgiving.
We do have Thanksgiving.
Give the NBA, give Christmas to the NBA. It's like, you know what I mean?
The NBA doesn't dare touch on Thanksgiving
No,
Day.
not at all.
They don't. They understand that tradition.
Yeah.
NBA is for Christmas Day. I say that as a proud Warrior fan. That they, not the Warriors, but the NBA owns Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
And as a proud NFL fan who loves watching football, I will give the NBA to I'll give Christmas to the NBA.
Yeah, no, that's a very valid take.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marshall.
Yep, thanks, Marsh.
All right. Shout out my boy Grady. He said Shedeur Sanders equals the Grinch. That is one of the most valid takes I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, I don't like Shedeur just because okay, here's my thought process on Shedeur.
The arrogance.
On not even that, just like on like the Browns in general. Like David, hear me out, David. Yes, Dylan Gabriel did not play out as I had expected, but like you can't blame him when Dylan Gabriel walks on the field, they're booing and saying we want Shedeur, right? And then I just think Shadeur's played daddy ball all his whole life. I think Shadeur's a phenomenal player. He's playing super well right now. I think he's playing super well right now.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
I think he's playing well right now for what he has.
Okay,
for what he
has.
has.
But he's not playing.
I'm playing super well for what he has.
Okay, that's okay.
I do hate that. Did you see his first passing touchdown?
Yes.
That swing pass to Dylan Sampson. I do hate that.
It's not swing passes should not be counted as touchdowns because the running back does 99.9% of the work.
Yeah. I also am just not a big fan of Shedeur, so yeah, I'll say he's a Grinch.
Yeah, Shedeur equals a Grinch. He just come and steals your presents, like that touchdown, for example.
Yeah,
stealing your present.
Exactly.
But anyway, thank you, Grady, for that take.
Yeah, appreciate it, Grady.
Next one coming in from our boy Ian Combest. Shout out, Ian.
What's up, Ian?
He says Christmas tree before December 1st or after December 1st.
After.
Before.
Really?
Day after Thanksgiving.
Really?
That's our tradition.
Okay.
I'm okay.
Okay.
My aunt, shout out Aunt Carrie, I love you a lot, but Halloween is a little too far.
Whoa,
a little too far.
Whoa, I don't know you, but that's...
She is day after Halloween.
Whoa.
But it's a little too far, at least for the top tree.
Okay.
Because she has two.
Oh,
she has one downstairs and one upstairs. She waits to put the one upstairs up until after Thanksgiving.
Okay, and then let me say something. I know you're from Oregon, right?
Yeah.
Are you a real tree or a fake tree?
Fake tree because my mom is allergic to them.
Oh,
so
okay. Completely valid. Completely valid.
It's just I would love to have that tradition, but it's just
I'm a real tree
within
fan.
The house. Allergies go crazy.
Yeah. So we used to get the trees from Costco. They literally get them from Oregon. So I'd be so happy. I'd be like, Oregon, and then get the tree. But like, I'm literally getting my Christmas tree today when the pod goes up. It's gonna be today. I'm getting the tree. So it's like a week or two after Thanksgiving. So it's a week into December.
Yeah, ours always goes up typically the day after or 2 days after Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes we'll wait till the following. It just depends on kind of where Thanksgiving falls too.
All right, one more question. I just thought of this on the top of my head. We're going to do Christmas movies.
Top three.
Okay.
Top three.
And we'll do a draft again because drafts are fun.
No.
No?
I feel like because we're going to – I don't
I
watch
guarantee
a ton
you,
of them.
Okay, fine.
Is
fine.
the problem.
Well, we can,
you know what? Fine. I will be fine.
We can do a draft and then we can argue and then whoever wins the argument you can get the – because if you pick the same one, you know what I mean?
Okay.
All right, ready?
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes.
Okay, you go first.
Yes. Number one overall, unanimous, National Lampoon's Christmas
Dang
Vacation.
it!
Yes.
Okay. But I'm okay giving that to you because I do love that movie so much. That movie's so good. Chevy Chase is a phenomenal actor.
Chevy Chase.
The movie is really, really funny. And, like, it takes, like, the Christmas spirit and it just, like, twists into, like, crude. And that movie is really funny.
At the same time, that's what half of Christmases are like.
Yeah. It's very real. For me, I'm going to go the Grinch.
Okay.
Like, with Jim Carrey.
The Jim Carrey Grinch. Okay.
Jim Carrey Grinch.
Okay, that's fair.
They're really, really good movie.
That's fair. All right. My number two overall, I'm gonna have to go probably Home Alone.
Oh, which one? Which one?
The first one.
Really?
I haven't seen the second and third to know enough.
Third one sucks. Just watch the second one.
Yeah, I just haven't seen it enough to call it like my favorite Christmas movie.
The second one's really good though.
But because I've watched some of more like lesser known Christmas movies, if that makes sense.
I'm about to shoot a Christmas movie that people haven't heard of. So
hot take, but Elf is not that good of a Christmas movie.
I hate Elf.
Okay.
I hate Elf.
Okay.
My second one.
I'm sorry. I hate to.
No, I don't like Elf. I think it's so annoying. I think I'm also just not a really big fan of Will Ferrell. I'm not a big fan of his
Okay.
movies that he does. My second pick, It's a Wonderful Life. You ever seen that?
Oh,
That movie, I
It's a
watched.
Wonderful Life.
I watched it. It's like a movie made in 1949. So good.
Oh no!
I watched it again.
I screwed up.
I watched it again last Saturday after some of the games, or I guess Friday night or whatever.
Yeah.
And dude, that movie's so good. It like literally teaches you like how much worth you have in this world. If y'all don't think you have worth in this world, you do. Okay. If you guys were not on this planet Earth, things would not happen. God made you for a reason, and God loves you so much. Okay. So you have worth in this world, and like you are here for other people, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So like you do these things for people, and people care for you and do these things for you, and back and forth.
All right, I screwed up.
Oh, because
Austin, I love you to death, and I just thought of you when I remembered this. My number 2 is Die Hard
instead of Home
Alone.
Okay.
So if you want to take Home Alone,
no, I don't want Home Alone.
Okay.
I don't want Home Alone.
So for me, it's Christmas Vacation, Die Hard, and then Home Alone.
Okay.
And yes, Die Hard is a Christmas
It
movie.
is.
It's set on Christmas Eve, and it
Yeah.
talks about Christmas more than 7 times throughout the movie.
Yeah. My third one is, this is tied to a tradition. So every Christmas we watch it Christmas Eve and we get Chinese food and we eat Chinese food. Christmas Story.
Oh,
Such a good movie.
that's
because when my grandpa was younger, he used to get Chinese food every Christmas Eve. Ever since he was a kid to from now when I was since like the 40s or whatever.
Yeah.
And then in the movie they get Chinese food too. So we just started watching that movie on Christmas Eve, eating Chinese food with the family, and that movie's also just so good.
I didn't see that movie for the first time until I was like 13.
Really?
Yeah.
I grew up watching it. It is so good.
No, for us, at least for my aunt and uncle, we'd done this a couple of times. We always go over to their house, but
Mhm.
afterwards, Polar Express is what they always watch on Christmas Eve.
I've never seen the Polar Express.
No, Caden.
I know, right?
Bro, it's okay.
I'm gonna watch it this year. I'm gonna watch it this year.
Just watch it this year. You got to. It's got Tom Hanks in it.
Tom Hanks is phenomenal.
He voices like 4 different characters in the
Oh,
movie.
okay.
But it's a really good movie.
All right, everyone. That is going to do it for this episode. It feels good to be back. We had a really
Feels
long
good.
hiatus with just homework and Thanksgiving break and all that stuff. Sucks. We're gonna try to get another episode in next week before the Christmas break, but then we'll be back in for the new year, and I'm going to close it on. We're going to pray real quick. Dear Lord, I just want to come to you, Lord, with just full gratitude to you, Lord, that we have the opportunity to do this and to speak our minds and be on this platform, Lord. I also thank you that we have the opportunity to call hockey games, Lord, and
Yes,
be
Lord,
with
thank you.
my boy Coop, and we can call him together. I pray that in this time of season, Lord, that we can not think about the stuff that we get, Lord, but think about you. Came down on that wintry night, Lord, in a manger to be born and die for our sins on Easter, Lord, that we can think as the greatest gift is to have salvation through you and only through you. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Peace, y'all.
Later.